Caitlin is an amazing player, and I've always thought cool. So I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful.
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese took the opportunity to address a deeply troubling issue that had been overshadowing the WNBA's recent success. Standing before the media, Clark didn't hold back. She used her platform to shine a light on the disturbing wave of racist comments and hateful behavior aimed at players throughout the season.
I am going to give Caitlin Clark her flowers. Yes, I said that.
Oh my God.
Cheryl Swoops expressed her admiration for Caitlin Clark, indicating that she plans to give Clark flowers as a gesture of recognition for her impressive contributions to women's basketball.
They've allowed the Caitlin Clark abuse to go on and on and on while everybody pretends, oh, it's Caitlin Clark's fans. They're on Twitter and they're horrible. They focus on that rather than the real persecution and inappropriate behavior of their very own WNBA players. Those have been the real bigots. They hate Caitlin Clark. And I occasionally try to defend Cheryl Swoops, but at this point, it's just crystal clear.
Caitlin Clark is currently navigating a complex landscape in the WNBA, where her incredible talent on the court is juxtaposed with an environment fraught with hostility from some players. Recent discussions have highlighted the ongoing abuse she faces, not just from social media critics, but also from within the league itself. This scrutiny escalates as the WNBA playoffs draw near, amplifying the focus on Clark's performance and interactions with rival players.
Hurtful, hateful speech out there that's happening, and it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable for any of these guys. This is basketball, and this is their job, and they're doing the best they can. And when it gets personal, to me, that is just when, I mean, there's no reason for it. And these guys have to listen and watch that. Social media is their life. That's just what they do.
Recently breaking records and leading her team in critical moments. Her ability to rise above the negativity speaks volumes about her character and determination. As she continues to excel, the rivalry with Angel Reese is intensifying, especially after their highly publicized showdown during the NCAA championship game.
With Magic and Bird, no one talked about them being jealous of each other. No one talked about them being petty or catty. People talked about how they were hard-nosed and competitive. And it is frustrating that not to all commentators, but some commentators, not to all fans, but some fans, the women aren't allowed to be that way. Why can't they be competitive and hard-nosed and aggressive and all the adjectives that we give men?
A particular incident that has sparked conversation involved DJ Carrington, who was accused of intentionally poking Clark in the eye during a game. Observers noted the apparent aggression in this action, raising questions about the accountability of players who engage in such behavior. This moment has underscored the challenges Clark faces, as she often becomes the target of hostility while remaining committed to her game. Despite the adversity, Clark has maintained an impressive level of play, recently breaking records and leading her team in critical moments. Her ability to rise above the negativity speaks volumes about her character and determination. As she continues to excel, the rivalry with Angel Reese is intensifying, especially after their highly publicized showdown during the NCAA championship game. The 2024 WNBA season has been nothing short of historic, filled with record-breaking moments, intense rivalries, and standout performances from rising stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. But amidst the excitement of the playoffs, an ugly reality has reared its head: racism. Both Clark and Reese have recently spoken out condemning the racist comments and behavior directed at players throughout the season. Caitlin Clark took the opportunity to address a deeply troubling issue that had been overshadowing the WNBA's recent success. Standing before the media, Clark didn't hold back. She used her platform to shine a light on the disturbing wave of racist comments and hateful behavior aimed at players throughout the season. With a powerful and unwavering tone, Clark condemned the actions of those responsible, stating emphatically, "No one in our league should have to endure any kind of racism, hurtful, disrespectful, or hateful comments and threats. These aren't fans, these are trolls, and it's an insult to not only the players, but the league, the organization, and everything the WNBA stands for." Her words resonated beyond the usual post-game press conference sound bites, speaking to a larger issue plaguing professional sports. In her passionate address, Clark made it clear that this kind of behavior is unacceptable, demanding respect for the league and its players. For Clark, it was more than just defending herself and her teammates. It was about preserving the integrity of the sport she loves and ensuring that future generations don't face the same vitriol. In the wake of her breakout rookie season, where she shattered records and brought renewed attention to the league, Clark's leadership off the court stood out just as much as her dominance on it. She called on the entire WNBA community, from fans to fellow athletes, to rally behind a culture of inclusivity, underscoring that the league's growing popularity must be paired with respect for every player, regardless of their race or background. Clark's bold stance not only addressed the trolls, but also set a standard for how the WNBA should respond to the challenges that come with its rising profile. Clark's powerful words came after Angel Reese had already made her stance clear, responding to an ESPN segment that condemned the unacceptable behavior from certain sections of the WNBA fanbase. Reese, who had to sit out part of her rookie season due to injury, became the target of vile online abuse. And like Clark, she wasn't going to remain silent. Both stars have called for fans to focus on the positivity and talent that defines the league, urging the WNBA community to rally behind inclusivity and respect. The 2024 WNBA playoffs have garnered unprecedented attention, drawing in record viewership, but it's unfortunate that some so-called fans have resorted to toxic racist behavior. Both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese emphasized that this kind of behavior is unacceptable. Clark, fresh off a Rookie of the Year win, continued to shine in her debut season. But she made it clear during her season-ending press conference that these issues cannot be ignored. She urged fans to uplift the league, saying, "For me, that's why I became a fan of this league. I grew up wanting to be like them, so I think continuing to uplift and represent this league in a positive way is the best thing we can do." Even Alyssa Thomas, one of the veterans in the WNBA and a star for the Connecticut Sun, echoed these sentiments. She too was targeted with racial slurs and hateful comments during the season. In response, the WNBA vowed to take a stronger stance against racist behavior, emphasizing their commitment to creating a more inclusive and respectful environment for all players. The rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese has been one of the most captivating stories of the season. From their unforgettable clash during the 2023 NCAA Championship to their record-setting performances in their rookie WNBA seasons, they've not only pushed each other but have brought women's basketball to the forefront of sports culture. However, this spotlight has also come with challenges, as both athletes have had to deal with racist abuse online and in person. In her rookie season, Clark shattered records, becoming the first rookie to lead the league in assists and breaking both the WNBA's single-season and single-game assist records. She averaged 19, 2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds, catapulting the Indiana Fever to their first postseason appearance since 2016. And while her season ended earlier than she had hoped, Clark's rookie year will go down as one of the most prolific in WNBA history. Angel Reese made waves of her own, despite facing a significant setback with a season-ending injury. Even with limited time on the court, Reese shattered records, proving her dominance in the league. She set the WNBA rookie record for the most double-doubles, 26, and claimed the title for the most offensive rebounds in a single season, showcasing her tenacity in every game. Perhaps most impressively, Reese became the first player in WNBA history to record 3 consecutive games with 20-plus rebounds, cementing her reputation as one of the league's fiercest competitors. Her physicality and relentless energy on the court made her a player who could change the course of any game, making her one of the most exciting talents in the league today. However, despite their stellar on-court performances, both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese found themselves under a cloud of criticism and abuse. As women's basketball continues to experience unprecedented growth, these two young stars have become the faces of both triumph and adversity. They've had to shoulder the weight of online trolls and racist rhetoric, an unfortunate reality in today's sports world. But instead of shrinking in the face of hate, Clark and Reese have turned their platforms into powerful tools for change. Their advocacy extends beyond the court. as they passionately stand up against racism and push for a more inclusive, respectful environment in the WNBA. Clark's bold statement condemning racist behavior during the Indiana Fever's playoff exit and Reese's outspoken leadership have elevated them as advocates, not just for themselves, but for the next generation of athletes. Their shared determination to challenge hate and inequality highlights their leadership in sports, setting a standard for future athletes to follow. Together, they are reshaping the narrative, proving that their legacy goes far beyond the stats. They are champions of change in women's sports.